one thing we always try to do is we try to make them come out of personal experience, because even if it was just a little gem of something that leads you on to something else, I think the verisimilitude of it coming from an actual thing, even as improbable as it may be, somehow informs the whole thing as somehow being truly human, as opposed to just making up situations. I remember Anne Flett came in one day. We were talking about stories or something, and she was talking about how she'd been in a relationship once with a guy, and it wasn't working out, but neither of them wanted to say it, but they decided to go away for a weekend to a hotel, and basically they woke up in the morning, they ordered room service, and the room service was delivered, and she'd gone into the bathroom, and she just heard her boyfriend say, "Honey, I just got to tell you, this isn't working." Or, "This is not right." That's what it was. "This is not right." And she went, "I'm so glad you said that, because I've been meaning to tell you the same thing." And he went, "I meant the room service order." So we turned that into a moment in an episode of Frasier, because it's like, you can't make that up.
Well, how about your life? Did you have any specific pieces of your life that showed up in the show?
Oh, tons. Over the years.
Any come to mind?
Oh, yeah, there are two that come right to mind. Well, first of all, there's a whole bunch of. First of all, is the fact that my father having had a stroke and me having to deal. I mean, there's sort of the overarching thing of Frasier, which is out of my own life. But I had a partner who passed away in 1994, and his ashes were in an urn, and he wanted to have them scattered from the top of Camelback Mountain in Arizona. So I took his ashes and went up there, and it's quite a hike. It's a long way, and I got up there, and I could not get the damn thing open. So it was like trying to figure out how to get it open. My other choice is to hike back down for an hour and to get a hammer, and then hike back up to the top and hammer the damn thing up. So finally, I just got a big rock, and I was pounding on this thing, and finally got it open, and the ashes were scattered, and I was telling the story sort of half seriously about how frustrating it was, and not a particularly happy moment. But and of course somebody said, "Oh, that'd be really funny if Niles is struggling with his aunt's ashes and he can't get it open, and you just see him in the background trying to get this thing open, and he's pounding on the thing." So I went, "Okay, use it. Everything's fair game." Another one I think about was I had gone to the movies at the movie complex on the corner of La Cienega and Beverly, a big parking structure, and I parked near the top of it. And the movie got out, and I get in my car, my Mercedes-Benz 560 SL. It's important to the story. And the line, there's only one attendant, and the line to get out of the parking lot is so long that it's taking a half an hour to get down to where you pay the thing. And I get down there, and the guy says, "You're over your time. You're 15 minutes over your time." I said, "But I wouldn't have been if there hadn't been a line." And I got into an argument with the guy, and I refused to pay the extra $2 for the parking thing, because I went, "That's ridiculous. I would have been out of here on time except for your incompetence, your parking thing." And people are honking behind me, and I'm refusing to move. Finally, he throws the $2 at me and goes, "Okay, fine, Mr. Mercedes." Of course, I just shrunk down to the size of a mushroom in embarrassment. And what was I doing? Well, that totally turned into an episode of Frasier, where Frasier stood his ground at a parking attendant who was trying to charge him too much for parking.
Did Frasier pay the money?
No. Okay. The episode actually had the line in it, although it was, I believe it was a BMW. "All right, Mr. BMW."